Jung believed transformation doesn't happen only through understanding. It happens through symbolic acts, small, repeated gestures that speak to the soul. This breath, done once a day, is a symbolic return, a micro-movement toward wholeness. It says to your unconscious, I am willing to come back. You don't need to fix yourself. You just need to stop leaving yourself. This breath is the beginning. You may not realize it, but there's a moment between the inhale and the exhale when everything can change. In that brief, silent pause, the body stops resisting, and the soul, perhaps for the first time, finds space to rise. Carl Jung said that the unconscious governs us, and only by making it conscious do we reclaim our lives. But what most people don't know is that consciousness doesn't begin with the mind. It begins with the body, with breath, with that one quiet inhale that finally reaches the places you've ignored. In today's video, you'll learn how just one breath can reconfigure your anxiety, quiet the noise, and awaken parts of you that have been silently waiting to return. And if this already resonates, take a moment to like this video, not just for the algorithm, but as a way to anchor this very breath as the beginning of something deeper. Let's begin. Carl Jung once said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate." But how do you bring something invisible into form? The answer is closer than you think. Your body. Long before your mind understands, your body already knows. A lump in your throat, a tight chest, tension in your stomach for no obvious reason. These are not random symptoms. They are the language of the unconscious. Breathing, especially conscious breathing, is not just physiological. It's the first way the unconscious communicates. Each inhale is a question. Each exhale is an answer. And when you breathe with presence, you're no longer ignoring that conversation. You're engaging with it, gently, honestly, fully. The soul watches from a distance, waiting for permission to return. Jung called this condition dissociation, the quiet suffering of fragmentation. But breath is different. It exists in both worlds. It happens automatically, and yet you can choose it. This makes breath a sacred threshold. When you bring your awareness to your breathing, something ancient starts to return. The body softens, the nervous system resets, and most importantly, your inner pieces begin to realign. Breathing consciously is not just about calm. It's about coherence. It's a ritual of reassembly, bringing mind, body, and soul back into conversation. Even 1 minute of presence can restore weeks of forgetting. We are trained to hide discomfort, to push away our anger, to bury our grief, to disguise our fear as busyness. Jung warned us, what you resist not only persists, it grows. The parts of you that you exile do not vanish. They become your shadow. Not evil, not wrong, just unintegrated truth. And here is what no one teaches. Your shadow breathes with you. Every shallow inhale is a rejection. Every held breath is an emotion trapped. Every forced exhale is your nervous system trying to survive. But when you breathe with presence, you make space for what was hidden. You stop fighting yourself. You begin listening. And listening is the beginning of healing. This is not self-help. This is self-integration. It is how you become whole, not by eliminating darkness, but by breathing it back into the light. Now, let's bring this into your body. You don't need perfect conditions. You don't need an hour. You need just one breath, fully lived. Here is the practice. Inhale for 4 seconds. Hold for 7. Exhale slowly for 8. Try it now. Inhale, hold, exhale. This is more than technique. It's a ritual. So now, pause. Feel the silence between your breaths, that place where the inhale hasn't yet become the exhale. That stillness is where transformation begins. Jung was right. Real change doesn't start with thinking. It starts with awareness. And awareness begins in the body. You've just breathed more consciously than most people do in an entire day. And that one breath, if honored, repeated, and allowed, can reshape the way you meet yourself. So ask yourself gently, what emotion lives in my breath today?
What part of me have I avoided that now asks to be seen? Am I willing to make this practice more than a moment and turn it into a path?
If this video opened even a small door in you, leave a like. Not for me, but for you. As a marker, a promise, a signal to your deeper self that you're ready. And if you are ready, there are 2 videos on your screen right now. One will take you deeper into Jung's view of the unconscious. The other will guide you into another layer of breath, silence, and embodied presence. Choose whichever one calls to you, and I'll meet you there, in the next breath, in the next step of your path. You are not alone, not anymore.